Okay, welcome back to Journey to Me, where I am continuing my journey of learning to play guitar. This is my first journey of many, and I just wanted to give you an update of where I'm at. I downloaded a couple different apps. I downloaded one that I've actually been using the most so far is called Guitar App. It's got a bunch of different artists on there that can teach you different things about the guitar. I went with a gentleman called Marty Music. He's actually the one that showed me how to use the little tuner on the last video and tune my guitar for the first time. So I started lesson one the last few days, and I just kind of wanted to give you an update of where I'm at, and I'll continue to give you updates as I learn each lesson. So the first video, obviously from Marty Music, was kind of about guitar basics. He talked about all the different components of the guitar and what they are. So chords, frets, the body, the neck, I mean, you name it. He kind of goes over a brief overview of the guitar, which I thought was kind of nice. It helped me kind of learn some different things. And then he taught a couple chords on the second fret here. Basically, I know the first one that he taught me was, I believe it was called an A minor, and then where we put our fingers on the second and third chords. Chords, by the way, he taught me is Eddie, 8 dinosaurs, goodbye Eddie. So a good way to learn your chords. But anyway, I just put my fingers on the second and third chord and, learn to hold those in place. The big problem that I've been having so far is my fingers. I have fingernails, so I don't know if I'm going to have to cut them. I cut them a little bit shorter to try to help, but I've noticed using my fingernails that sometimes I'll get on the chord below it, so then it just doesn't sound very good, or it creates this weird vibration noise. So that's kind of been one of my struggles. Another struggle is, I talked about these picks that I bought last time, these Fender Fin picks. I think I'm quickly discovering that I need a thicker pick. One thing that I'm noticing that I guess it's just me, and I'm not sure completely what's causing it. I think maybe the way I'm holding it, I'm not really sure. But I keep losing my pick into the hole of the guitar, which has been very frustrating. So I'm working on how to do that. In the video, he did talk about, how to hold your pick. Obviously where to place it on your thumb, your finger. But then he talked about using your hand like you're turning a car ignition, which I thought was pretty good. So that kind of taught me to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So I think before I was trying to hit it more dead on, and it wasn't making the sound that I really needed. And I think that might be a little bit of how come I was losing it. Still may be something that I look into eventually, maybe for a thicker pick. We'll kind of see how it goes. But like I said, first of all, the first chords that I learned today are putting it on the A and D chords and just kind of strumming. The main deal is practicing holding your fingers in the right position. He talks a lot about removing them and moving them around and being able to just go right back where you were and strumming those chords. After we learned that one, we went down another notch here to, let's see, dynamite, D and E, holding both fingers. One thing that's really important when you're squishing your fingers on there, you want to be as close to this as possible, this second fret here. If you get back any further or into different frets, it makes a different noise. So I've been just kind of trying to practice holding my fingers for one. That seems to be a big thing for me. And then after I learned these two chords here, he suggested just playing around with it and just making some music. Doing it slow, like this. As you can tell. So then we just talked about kind of you hear that little bit of rough sound. It's not quite as sweet as his was on the video, but again, I'm really just learning to keep those fingers in place. And if I slip off or don't get them exactly right, that's when you're hearing that vibration or kind of off-key sound. So I'll continue working on it. After I feel like I've mastered this a little bit, then I'll probably move to lesson 2. So I'll probably give it a few more days of kind of just creating a little music with the 2 that I know. You know, and go from there. So I'll continue with lesson 2 here shortly. Thanks for tuning in.